Okay, that's better. And do we have any delay? Okay, stream delay is almost non-existent now. Okay, there we go. All right. Tarkov's up and running, stream's up and running, time for whiskey. Yeah, not good to make 50 mad. You won't like him when he's hungry. All right, hide out. Okay, an MCX key. Not terrible. Let's buy another Intel folder. It's not like I'm exactly short of cash. No need for an MCX. Sounds reliable. Probably because the servers are boosted EXP. Well, you got to remember, 50, you got to remember those servers are boosted EXP servers. They're not going to have access to everything just because the boosted EXP might be abused. Mm-hmm. There we go, textiles. All right. Nope, that's not happening. Okay, so I need a little bit too difficult. Killa is not happening. Okay, that's kind of retarded. Eliminate the target, Killa, on any map. He only spawns on one map. What the? Okay, I guess technically, if the labyrinth is still open, he spawns in the labyrinth, but I don't know if that counts as Killa or not. Yeah, hard to teleport when you got an anchor chaining you down. Yep, I already got an RB PSP1. All right. Reserve. Please tell me we're in a time window. No, we are not. Oh, that sucks. Screw it. No risk, no reward. Would like to insure my guns, though. I kind of wish for that game that they had it to where not only could you do it with request rewards, but you could also give things you gather to the Black Spirit. Immediately, you know there'd be people with accounts that were just having macros and doing nothing but mining. Nice. All right. Come on, let me get to a safe location. Well, I get a feeling Bluehar spawned, which is great, but fucking terrible as well. All right. So we managed to kill whoever the hell that was. I'm not gonna bother trying to loot them because knowing my luck, it's a guard for Bluehar, and that will hurt. Instant cigarettes are valuable enough. For any poor bastard watching the VOD and confused, occasionally I do say things to people on Discord. No, you can't hear Discord. That's worth taking out. get through these. Oh, I've already cleared over 500,000 rubles. Actually, closer to 1,000,000 rubles in my secure case. Not a bad run. Considering that key was only 300,000 rubles, that's pretty good. Let's see if this key gives me anything. Well, you can only recover so many items from the Black Spirit at once, I think. So if he's got a bunch of quest rewards built up, then yeah, it's gonna take a minute. Alright. A poster? No, there wasn't. Okay. Really quick, I should check the other rooms out here. I forgot to check to see if there's a poster. This room can spawn one. Nope. Okay. No military spawns of interest. You can occasionally get military tech spawns in this room, like M cables and so on. Now, normally I'd be doing this at night, but I didn't feel like waiting 20 minutes on stream for it to progress to nighttime. So unfortunately, this will be something approaching a fair fight. Which, let's be honest, it's Tarkov. You should avoid fair fights. This is a case of monkey see, monkey don't do. Please. Okay, I don't know why there was a medical item in a weapons case, but I'll take it. Okay, that looks like a more expensive piece. That was a heat sig in the stairwell. I'll take a look. Ooh. Well, that guy was not happy about that. Those guys are dead. How did that miss? Not a lot of customers. Yes. No. PED just implies that the mobility is provided by foot power. Yeah, I think that guy died in a window. Easy way to find out, though. That's one. Come on. Oh, yeah, I did score a headshot there, so I need a drink. Yeah, can't be certain about that last one. Really wish this thing could take DVL mags. Entschuldigen Sie bitte. It's almost dark enough to make that work. That was a headshot. Drink. That's a headshot. That's a headshot. 2 drinks. How's our bolt action doing? Damn. I thought it was 6 million, not 7 million. Are you running the numbers up on me? See, and this is why I don't go on other people's streams. Damn, the second one was a body shot, but the first one's a headshot. Drink. Yep, you need to evolve first. Absolute loads. The kind that haven't been seen outside of a gym. Or at least outside of a locker room. Yep. It's like being the guy at a Glock convention with a high point. No, the guy who goes to the AK convention with one of the oh god, there was an American company at one point that made AKs, but the ones they made were essentially freaking hand grenades. They'd blow up on you. I just can't remember the name of the company at the moment. Okay, there's no way that killed that guy. Did you say arena or marina? Ah. Yes, two very different things. Though, funnily enough, they could be fused together in a rather interesting way. Okay, that had to be a body shot, which means that guy was wearing very bad armor. Finally. Jesus Christ, that guy wears a size 3 hat or something? Took like 5 shots dead on to the person's head to put a round through it. And headshot. Drink. Maybe he's on his way to the marina. And no, for anyone watching this later who's curious, I'm not going to go down and loot the corpses. I do that occasionally if I think I killed a group of PMCs. But I doubt I've done that today. Well, then you're going to need desert power. Just don't get it from the twink. He doesn't really know what he's talking about. It's one of the things that's been bugging me. One of the games I play, they have like ships from all these different sci-fi universes included, and they decided to add in Dune. Did they decide to add in the really cool conceptual designs from Frank Herbert? No. They added in the really crappy designs that look like a malformed egg that some horribly tortured soul of a bird crapped out as the ships. Well, actually, it'd be easier to get the stuff from the books. They're doing one-to-one repros of the movies ships. The books were all just basic. Yes, but what I'm saying is this game does not have the rights to the movies and is using the design from the movies. It would have been just as easy Yes, it would. And hey, Mr. Doom. Good to see you. Okay, I think that's all the targets that I'm going to get. Oh, you thought you were slick. Well, glad to see you around, Mr. Doom. I'm just doing some sniping here, and whenever I manage a headshot, I have to drink. This guy really doesn't want to cooperate, does he? And that's a drink. Oh, took a water glass, I added 5 shots of whiskey, and then I topped it off with some Dr. Pepper. Just something to stretch it out. If I did 1 shot per headshot, I'd be schnockered by the end of a second match. I think that guy healed up and ran away. I'd probably do vodka and something citrus-based, or vodka cranberry juice, but I don't have any vodka at the moment. Reminds me, my character needs to eat and drink. Ooh, is somebody starting a party without me? Well, that hurt somebody. In the meantime... That's a drink. And that's a drink. Slow match. I only finished off 2/3 of glass. Okay. Well, that's enough for this round. All right. Time to break a leg. Or two. Okay. So that's good. Let's go ahead and patch up my legs. Okay, good. We're at almost full HP. Okay, that's hilarious. Okay, I gotta admit, I kind of wish I'd gone and looted now. A little bit. Out of curiosity, Toga, how much silver do you have in that game anyway? Yeah. Damn. Yeah. So I was doing my standard sniping run on reserve, Toga, and I figured that the boss had spawned because there was a bunch of shooting, grenades, and everything going off. Apparently, I killed 3 of the guards with headshots, and I killed the boss with a headshot. Which means I also got my 3rd of my 5 boss kills I need on my armor. I have to kill 5 bosses while wearing specific armor pieces. Yeah, I'm doing a drink per headshot. I've got enough liquor to get myself partway through the next run, and then I'll have to refill my glass. I learned from last week, though. I brought snacks. Drinking the equivalent of 15 shots of whiskey on an empty stomach it made it hit a little fast. Admittedly, it also burnt off pretty fast, too, but... all in all, that was a really good run, though. All right, magnet. Good. What else can I make? I can make more gunpowder. Yeah, we'll make another batch of the red gunpowder, then we'll make a batch of the blue. Oh, actually, never mind. I don't need blue. I need green. So you're saying you're not a bad slime? I didn't know you were a politician. Hey man, if you're gonna keep leaving me openings for these one-liners, man. I'm not going there. Not with a 29.5-foot pole. I actually had to explain that one to someone earlier today, actually. Drove me up the wall. Just like, how did you get to this age and not watch The Grinch? Just reminded of Spaceballs now. Don't remind me of that movie. Alright, now to sell stuff to some of the traders. Maybe you need to suck harder. Maybe it's a matter of acquisition method. Dear later. Who would want a liquefied kangaroo? All right. I am out of beer for the moment. Let me see if I have any more. Yes, I do. Pevco beer. There we go. We're about to have a national emergency there. I was out of beer. My American powers can't activate without beer. And yes, American powers translate even to in-game, even if the coders did not write it in. We just have them. So long as the game has beer or bacon somewhere in this code, we have powers. Yay, more cash. I have oodles of cash. And there we go. All right, so yeah, the rifles are pretty good HP, so I can bring them both in for another run. We got plenty of space for storage. Ja, goed. Oh, ja, goed to go. Let's go in and do another run, and we're going in at midnight. Hey, Mr. Doom, welcome back. And you should have seen it earlier. Apparently, I sniped one of the bosses in the head, and I didn't even realize it. It's a little hard to tell who's who on thermal scopes. Yeah, nice thing is... Yeah, nice thing is, at the end of the match, they do give you a list of who you killed, except for PMCs. PMCs, you have to retrieve their dog tag to know who you killed, but as far as bosses and everything goes, you get a list at the end of who you killed and how you killed them. All right, see you later, 50. Oh, hey, another bot. Let's go ahead and let's ban the bot. Yay. Yep. Time to get deleted. Yeah, bots get so annoying. Okay, hey, gunfire immediately. The boss is probably spawned. It sounds like he's on the other side of the map, but in one of my sniping zones. Perfect. Let's check this bag real quick, see if we can get one of the rare military item spawns. And that's not what I need, but I'll take it. Come on, give me good loot. Ooh, fire clean, I'll take that. It's used to make weapons repair kits. Screws. Don't need one, don't want one. Too many risks. Oh, they're definitely having a party out there. Come on, I want to get to the top before this gets too far gone. Alright. Well, nobody fighting out in the open over there. We'll take another peek when we get up top. Ah, it's too bright. And no military item spawns. Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't go through the first floor of this building much, so the floor plan and I are not well acquainted. You know what? Can you guys just keep it down, please? That should keep the neighbors quiet for a little bit. Nope. Everybody wants a golden cock on occasion. Oh. Search the safe, please. There we go. More heroes. Rubles. Magnetic tape. Always good. Ooh. SKS box mag. Not great, but occasionally has good stuff in it. Okay, expensive ammo, good. So, Mr. Doom, how goes Monster Hunter? Ooh, checkpoint. I'm not sure. Whichever one I was watching you kind of get spanked by the dragon in before you guys got the timing down. Okay, yeah, so Frontier. Yeah, as someone who's played a lot of Dark Souls, I can safely say I don't think you'll catch me playing Monster Hunter Frontier. That looks a bit beyond the level of fun, difficult, and just migraine-inducing. Okay, no poster, no intel folders. Let's see what we got on the shelf. Dollars. Rubles are nice, but dollars are king. Literally, I spend so many dollars I rarely have enough on hand. Another checkpoint key. Not very valuable, but better than nothing. Alright, let's see what we got waiting for us on the roof. Then we'll start shooting people in the head. I'm guessing Gusura Bazura is a pain in the butt boss. Okay, no weapons cases. No loose weapon parts. Alright. Well, he's dead, but that was not a headshot. That was a headshot. Drink. And aren't the Zenith bosses essentially the either the hardest bosses or the boosted forms of the bosses? Headshot, drink. Okay, so you're sharpening your teeth on the strongest of the second of the next to last tier difficulty of bosses, which I imagine he's probably worse than the weakest of the of the maximum tier. At least once you get up to running those bosses, they won't be so bad. First few, at least. Alright, let's pop this thermal off. Standard scope. Fun. Sounds like a set of conditions fit to make most Dark Souls players weep. And probably most Monster Hunter players. Well, it started out sounding all promising out there with all that gunfire. That was just droll. Let's see if anybody shows up. It's just a corpse. Ooh. You think that little door's gonna help you? Oh. That guy's pretty sturdy. That might be a guard. Come on. Somebody's got to come out and play. That's a drink. I don't always lead, but when I do. You got too low. Damn, he slipped into the building. That, however, is a headshot. Drink. That drink's almost dead. Alright. Well, one got away. It's not terrible. Kind of annoying, but not terrible. Oh, hello. And like that, your leg is blacked. There we go. Took a minute to get him to stick his head out. Drink. Reload. So out of curiosity, when you've been fighting the Zenith bosses, have you been trying different weapons, or are you just sticking with what you know best? Yeah, you did seem to favor that in that fight. Oh, come on, that should have been a headshot. Fine, I'll just shoot you in the arm. Turn back around. There. Took 4 shots in the arm. Yeah, I can understand that. I'm the same way with some of the Dark Souls stuff. I've gotten so used to casting, I don't think I could play melee, pure melee class without some casting. I'd go insane. There we go. Headshot. Good thing I reloaded. Come on, you've given me some snacks, but I haven't had a full course meal yet. Where's a PMC team for me to shoot at? Maybe some raiders? I doubt Gluhar's going to show up. I think he's already dead. Damn, that was a body shot. Oh well, I'll just have a little monster to console myself. Out of curiosity, how many weapons are there in that game? I remember, like, earlier Monster Hunters, there was like 16 or something. At least weapon classes. Oh, somebody killed that guy. Oh, hey. Drink. No headshot on that one, but whatever it is, stop moving. Huh. Well, nobody's going to go claim the loot off of that guy. That guy, judging by the backpacks, probably a PMC. Oh, hold on. There's somebody. Headshot. Drink. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh, no, that's that body. Definitely gonna have to run back down and loot the left side. Alright, as far as valuable loot goes, the magnetic tape can go in there. Excuse me. So now that I think about it, I should have that running. And, oh, hello. Headshot, drink. Okay, so there's 14 normally and there's 12 in that game. Good to know. Okay. That's a headshot. That was a headshot. 2 drinks. Oh, okay. So they They didn't include all the weapons from previous games, but they included a couple new ones. Nice. I still fail to see how the Tonfa is in there, because it's a linchpin for holding a millstone. It's not really a great weapon. They were only even made into weapons when China banned private ownership of weapons way back in the day. Alright, so I'm going to do something I wouldn't normally do. I'm going to run down and loot. Right. I'm going to ditch some loot on the ground just to make space and save weight. But nice thing is the AI does not pick up stuff off the ground. So, let's see here. How easy is that to see? Okay, that's pretty easy to see. We'll ditch the diaries. There. Plenty of stuff. I can see it all on there. Perfect. We'll come back and get that in a little bit. For now, I want to go loot the left side of the map because it looked like a couple of people I shot were PMCs. And PMCs, while they don't loot containers often, they do pick up loot off of the people they kill. Which means they're usually a good conglomeration of scav loot, and scavs can spawn with rare keys. And money. So, while I'm doing this, oh, I forgot to refill my stash of drugs. So I can't use all the meth, just some of the meth. Okay, come on. Let me run, let me run, let me run. That's a PMC. It's very heavy armor. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever played Tarkov, Mr. Doom, but PMCs are essentially the only player-only class. Now, I am playing in PVE mode, which means that there are no players, per se, in here. But the AI version of them gets pretty good equipment. Okay. That's why I bring armor-piercing 45 ammo. Yeah, I figured. I just thought I would give you at least some idea of what I was dealing with when I said I was dealing with a PMC. Catch you later, Toga. right. Get back up here and get the rest of my loot. Probably dropped more than just the one PMC, but I really don't have time to go running around picking up all their loot. Let's break my legs. Deal with the bleed. Alright, and we'll put my legs back together. Yeah, there's a lot of experience systems in this game for the actions that you can do. And that includes treating yourself with medical items and doing surgery on yourself. All right, now most everything on that piece of equipment is utter garbage. But we'll keep some stuff. Lock grip, the scope, the mag. The rest of it can't be taken off, so it gets ditched. As much as I want the Vortex stuff, I don't really need it that bad. Then again, I can buy cuirasses. I can't buy Vortex rigs. At least not quest-capable Vortex rigs. So... Alright, rest of the loot. Yeah, alright, I can still fit it and take it with me. And then we'll just go ahead and... I've already got plenty of armor with plates, so that'll be fine. Cut it within 30 seconds. Yeah, most of the stuff I do in this game, like how I've learned to play the game, is just based on leveling those skills accordingly. So I'll eat and drink foods that give me negative side effects, because when the negative side effects wear off, my immunity to the negative side effects goes up. I'll occasionally break a leg if I haven't had any major injuries, just to give me experience patching myself back together. Okay, yeah, so I killed 5 PMCs. I only got the tags off of one of them. Darn. Plenty of headshots, though. Had 17 headshots. Alright, now real quick, I need to swap back over to another Discord server. Everybody left from that one, so... All right, there we go. Oh, God. This cursed tanky simulator is pretty cursed. Its creation involved at least one war crime. All right, the gun oil goes in there. Beard oil. So cursed, it's positively cursed. All right, so we turn in more equipment. And then you turn in another Wartech rig for drip it out. And that's how Schnipp was on the run from the loan sharks. All right, I have too many SAS drives. Let's sell some. Six. Probably good that he didn't notice. Eh, given his given recent situations, I think we have learned that Devin needs to just not go near Punani for a while. You don't say. All right, Mr. Doom, take care. No, no, you really don't. No, believe it or not, that's not the worst thing we saw in terms of atrocities. Hans, show him the the uh, the Tiger L3. Oh, one moment. Let me take a look. I had to get OBS out of the way. Now, let's be honest here. If you want to make it just as screwed up as possible while still functional, put on the 45 millimeter poop and fart and Kanonen. How much ammo does it get? How much ammo does it get with the 45? How many rounds do you get with that thing? One moment, dude. I keep having to alt tab back and forth. I only have so many screens. Well, I'm using 3 for my stream at the moment. Devin, you do realize that I'm using cheap as fuck screens, right? My primary monitor is an ultra wide 1080 that I picked up like fucking 6 years ago. And my other 2 monitors are curved OLED 27-inch screens I picked up on Cyber Monday for less than $100 a pop. I am a cheap ass. I'm my whenever it comes to buying stuff for my computer, it's both sides of the Scotsman in me come out. There's the practical side, and there's the nah. I don't want to spend any fucking money. The only Jewish heritage that came up on my dad's profile was something that he looked at and he's like, no, 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 no. That's not Jewish. That's out of the Caucasus fucking mountains. The fuck are you talking about? And routinely got kicked out of places. Candy with an I, by the way. All right, I'm gonna stop watching your stream, Hans, just because between OBS and then trying to watch the stream over Discord or your stream over Discord, my computer was having a conniption. It's gonna do the same fucking thing, jackass. Was ist denn richtig mit deiner Gehirn, Arschloch? Yeah, probably, actually. Though we can ask Hans if he agrees. No, Dutch is a drunk Norwegian trying to speak German. Though that sounds almost like you're trying to speak French there, buddy. No, he's not. Yes, we already know that, but why in particular? What? Okay, so we have a ton of keys to deal with, and I need to tab over so I can see OBS. Okay. All right, 2 checkpoint keys. We'll solve for Jew. Doing all right, though. I've been hearing some horrendous accusations about you. You know, people around. Mainly just, you know, things saying that you're a bit of a dickfer. Yeah, there's been people calling you a dickfer. Well, that might explain a few things. Snip, thank you for the unknowing assist. Sorry, I got a little bit of alcohol in my system. I'm an equal opportunity offender at the moment. Well, given how I scored on that phenotype thing, it's kind of obvious. Oh, you're talking about that thing from the podcast. Oh. You know, given the present company, I don't trust trying to do that because I can only create the superpower. You guys would have to create the Achilles heel. So anyway, what was it you were saying, Hans? Because your audio cut out for a second there. Oh. I thought he said a different word, a similar pronunciation. Eh. All right. Well, I think I'm going to end the stream here. That way I can actually interact with Discord properly. So, any poor bastard who watches this VOD, thanks for watching. Have fun.